Previously on the Mature Topics podcast. I'm glad you said that because that leads into my last little point that I want to point out. So when I'm talking about love, I'm not just talking about just love. Like this is the foundation to all strong relationships. All I'm saying is that I feel love is the best. I'm sorry if it's a little blurry.
What's the middle one?
Responsibility.
Responsibility, right? So
Go
I
through
just want to
them. Go through them,
Yeah,
Koron.
I'm gonna go through them real brief because I could spend an hour on this. I'm not. All right, so we're gonna start off.
Yeah, we gonna be here for 6 hours, Koron. Come on.
We're not. We understand that love is the foundation of any relationship. We have all experienced love where we feel we would do anything for a person. This is the beginning. The first kind of love identified by the Buddha. I don't want to even get into the Buddha. Couples. Hold on.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Don't everything she read in that scripture go with the purpose of marriage and all that?
That is.
Yeah. Right. You're gonna need later.
Travis not letting it go, man.
To Koron's point, these are things that you can have at the beginning. But like I said, when you're dating, the process that we're doing here in America, you could get stuck there. Why would I give you all of this love for free? You cannot just sample the cow and not buy the cow.
Right.
That's a problem.
What do you mean? That's happening all the time. What do you mean you can't? This is happening right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that that's not what's happening. I'm saying that is what's happening, but that's a problem. That is our problem right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read the entire 3 paragraphs on love. I'm going to move to honest. So to be honorable in relationships, we must be authentic. We must be who we pretend to be. It is the different concept to respect, which is something we must develop over time by observing or receiving the value someone else has to offer. To honor is to consider your thoughts, actions, and speech will impact the other person with whom you have a significant relationship. By mindfully asserting our thoughts, actions, and speech, we can avoid causing pain and suffering, and we prioritize this over the desires of our own egos. So when I'm talking about love, I'm talking about these other principles. Let me move on to self-control. To be in a loving relationship, this goes to what Nick was talking about, the cheating, and the big up what Trav was saying. To be loving in relationship, we have to learn self-control. To practice self-control is to become the master of our minds and our emotions. To lack self-control is to be their puppet. If we react to every feeling, looking at a girl and wanting to have sex, an emotion without control, we could hurt the ones we love. Through mindfulness, we learn to slow down and put emotions and feelings in their perspective. Through mindful awareness, we learn self-control, the ability to reflect maturely on our thoughts, and therefore our actions. We take responsibility and show strength and reliability. This in turn builds trust and allows a loving relationship to flourish, right? So that's self-control. Responsibility, right? What we think our actions and how we act have repercussions in the world and our personal relationship. If we act without thought, or if we react to situations, then we are liable to cause harmful effects. By learning to take responsibility, we can act maturely and we can respond rather than react, right? So that's responsibility. Truth. This is why I said that if I was in that situation, I would have to tell the truth. Because one of the things me and Launch Pro have in our relationship is we always tell the truth. No matter how hard it might be, no matter your feelings may be hurt, because that comes with love, right? This love also has you negative set of emotions, but like I said earlier, if you have more positive, Nick is like, oh no. But no, if you have...
I think there's a ratio. I'm not saying like you need to be an asshole. I'm saying like you can't just have somebody super passive. You need somebody who's going to present a challenge.
It's not about passiveness. It's just about what's the vibe like normally. Like, is it toxic all the time?
No, I'm not talking about toxicity. No,
but that's what I'm talking about. When I was talking about the negative emotions, because love is a set of emotions. Do you spend a lot of time just loving each other? That's a real question. And I think a lot of people need to maybe, revisit that in their own relationships. But okay, so let me talk about the pillar of truth. Unless we are dedicated to truth, We allow our relationships to be built on uncertainty. It should be self-evident that to lie to a loved one is to tell them that we are not to be trusted, which will have inevitable negative consequences for our relationship. Right? So that's truth. Faith, right? Uh, let me see. A loving relationship is an act of faith. If we cannot commit to faith, we can have a fully hold on, I'm sorry. If we cannot commit to faith, we can have a truly fulfilling relationship. Faith is born of the commitment, love, and work that two people put into that relationship. If they are devoted to the other pillars, then faith can take root. If you truly trust someone, you put your entire faith in them. This is why the end of relationships can be like experiencing death, because faith has been betrayed at a given in life that has suddenly been removed. It is a truly devastating experience. Equally, faith maintained can be truly fulfilling experience. It is life's most singular, vital gamble. Okay, so that's faith. And vision, the last pillar that I'm going to talk about. Vision enables you to move. See, so vision is, I guess, can be like purpose too, but we're gonna get into it. Vision enables you to move forward. To have a vision is also an act of sacrifice. For we must sacrifice other choices in life in pursuit of a vision. When two people come together, they share their vision. They learn one another's passions, their true selves, and their calling. Perhaps even help one another discover these things. And so there is mutual self-sacrifice as two people move forward together toward a shared vision. So all I'm saying is you start from love and you start to develop these other pillars. And these right here is the foundation to having strong relationships, right? And then of course you have to accept the person for who they are.
I like that that's on the bottom because that's what we deal with first in the dating pool.
Right.
Unconditional.
And this goes back to Lee's point. And this goes back to what Lee said a few weeks ago. It's why we should start dating seriously when we're young. Because if you wait till you're about 35, you gonna have a lot of BS and a lot of settling.
I say, listen, you know what I say past 25, because I know this is anecdotal and probably pseudo, but I say that the 25 is like a magical mark. Like I feel like when especially men under 25, they ain't really trying to commit.
Hell no.
I don't think that's the time to be. Listen, so look, you can get married young at 19 and deal with the trials and tribulations. Hey, maybe you can grow from that. All I'm talking about is building on that solid foundation. That's
but
all
it takes the grooming. It takes the youthful grooming to do such a thing. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't say that you need
from parents.
Huh?
From the parents, yeah.
Yeah, from
the parents. This is why we're in such a messed up place as Black people. It's because there's nobody to groom. There's no elders.
There's nobody to groom.
There's no elders.
There's no groomers.
Look at what happened. Look at what happened to the gang situation in Chicago.
These are scenes from the previous episode in the Mature Topics podcast. Subscribe and watch it now on the Koron Pierre YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon so you get all your notifications. And like the video so more people can see the video. Thank you for watching the video. If you really enjoy the content, why don't you take the time to subscribe to the channel? Hit that bell icon so you get all your notifications. And then like the video so more cool people can check out the video. And listen, you can also show your support by sending a Cash App, Koron Pierre, $, Cash App. You know how to do it. Also, you can go to the PayPal and support that way as well. The link's in the description. We also are Amazon affiliates. That's another way you can support. Now, listen, we have one of the hottest podcasts. That's why I got this up behind me. Look at this, the Mature Topics podcast. We go live each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have one of the livest discussions on the internet because we talk about those topics that are uncomfortable, that are needed to talk about. We learn things. We connect with experts and advocates, people with experience. So we don't just have a bunch of people just making things up. Listen, this is one of the most important podcasts based off the content and the conversations. I think you will enjoy it. You need to be there each and every Thursday. That's all for this video. Until next time, stay blessed.